Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is HIMAJA. Today we are going to discuss about the structure of a cell. In my last session, we have gone through the introductory part of a cell. So now we are heading towards the structure of a cell, its components and functions. So without losing any time, let's get started. Various kinds of cells have some special differences, yet they all have some basic structural plan that may be expressed as a generalized cell. A generalized cell mainly consists of two parts, cell membrane and protoplasm. Cell membrane, it is an outer layer of the cell. Apart from that, everything inside the cell is the protoplasm. Protoplasm, it is a living material of the cell. It has been described as translucent fluid, somewhat whitish, brownish or grayish. The chemical composition of protoplasm is very complex. It varies from one cell to other. Although it has some common elements like carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, iron. These elements are in the form of some special compounds like water, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, mineral salts. Protoplasm is further divided into two parts. The liquid part, cytoplasm, and a dense spherical body-like structure mainly in the center of the cell, nucleus. Cell organelles. These are the little organs, subcellular structures present in the cytoplasm, destined to perform some specific functions, just as an organs present in our body. They have definite shape, structure and function. Cell organelles in the cell have same status just as an organs present in the entire part of an animal or plant performing some specific functions. Cell organelles are the living parts of the cell. Let us now discuss about the various parts of a plant cell and animal cell. It is mainly distinguished based on the living parts of a cell and non-living parts of a cell. Parts of a cell. Living parts, cell membrane. Non-living parts, cell wall, which is present only in plant cell. In the cytoplasm, the living parts are Endoplasmic Reticulum, Mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, ribosomes, lysosomes, centrosome present only in animal cell, plastids present only in plant cell. The non-living parts in the cytoplasm are granules, vacuoles and fat droplets. Nucleus. The living parts in the nucleus are nuclear membrane, nucleoli and chromatin fibers. And the non-living part of the nucleus is nucleoplasm. Now let us discuss about each and every part of a cell in detail. The first one is cell membrane. Each cell is surrounded by a cell membrane or plasma membrane. Cell membrane has fine pores through which some substances may enter and leave the cell. The permeability of the cell membrane is selective. That is, it allows only certain substances to enter and leave the cell. Cell membrane is made up of lipoproteins. It separates the contents of the cell from its surroundings. It enters only few substances, the solutes and ions, to enter and leave the cell. Of course, it gives shape to the cell. Cell membrane, it is present both in plant cell and animal cell. Cell wall. Plant cells have cell wall that surrounds the cell membrane. Cell wall is made up of cellulose, which is a non-living substance. Cell walls give shape and certain degree of rigidity to the cell without interfering the functions of cell membrane. Cell wall is freely permeable, that it allows all the substances to enter and leave the cell without any hindrance. Cell wall is absent in animal cell. Cotton, jute and coconut fibers are the cell walls of their dead cells. Cytoplasm. Cytoplasm, it is a semi-liquid substance that is occupying the most part of the cell within the cell membrane. Under a compound microscope, it appears to be colorless, partly transparent and somewhat watery. Many chemical reactions takes place in this cytoplasm. Living cytoplasm is always in a state of movement. Many cell organelles are embedded in this cytoplasm. The first and the foremost one is Endoplasmic Reticulum. Endoplasmic Reticulum, ER, is so fine that its existence can be revealed only through an electron microscope. It is a network of double membranes distributed over the entire cytoplasm in the cell. At its outer end, endoplasmic reticulum is connected with the cell membrane, and its inner part, it is attached to the nuclear membrane of the nucleus. It is rough when some particles like ribosomes are attached to it. So it is a rough endoplasmic reticulum. It appears smooth when it is not attached with ribosomes. It is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. It forms supporting framework of the cell and also serves as a pathway for the distribution of materials from one part of the cell to the other. Ribosomes. Ribosomes are single-walled, dense spherical bodies that are mainly composed of RNA. These are numerous small granules either scattered in the entire part of the cytoplasm or attached to the membrane of endoplasmic reticulum. These are the factories for synthesis of proteins. Mitochondria. Cell's energy producers. Mitochondria, singularly mitochondrion, are spherical, rod-like, thread-like bodies. These are minute double-walled bags with the inner layers produced into finger-like process projecting inwards called cristae. Mitochondria are the sites for the cell respiration which releases energy. The energy is stored as the energy-rich compound ATP, adenosine triphosphate, and is used for various metabolic functions and in turn of the body. Some scientists call it as powerhouses of the cell. Golgi apparatus. These are in the form of small granules, filaments or rods. And they are supposed to be originated from endoplasmic reticulum. These are the small granules of different shapes generally located near the nucleus. Golgi complex is made up of many small tubular, hollow tubular structures surrounded by a membranous wall and are associated with some vesicles and vacuoles. It is concerned with secretions of cell, that is enzymes and hormones. Lysosomes, the intracellular digestive enzymes. These are small vesicles of different shapes with digestive enzymes. They destroy or digest the foreign substances surrounding them. They digest the stored food during the starvation of the cell. Many damaged cells are destroyed or digested by their own lysosomes. Hence, they are also called as suicidal bags. Centrosomes. Centrosomes are found only in animal cells. These are a clear area of cytoplasm near to the nucleus. The centrosomes consist of two centrioles, which are short bundles of microfilaments arranged at right angles to each other. The centrioles are surrounded by a radiating microtubular structures to form a star, which we called it as aster. It initiates and regulates the cell division, and spindle fibers are formed during the cell division due to this structure star, that is aster. Plastids. Plastids are found only in plant cell. These are the special organelles found in different shapes like oval, spherical and disc shaped. They impart color to the cell. Based upon the colored impart to the cell, it is divided into three types: the chloroplast, leucoplast and chromoplast. Leucoplast. Leuco means white. It is a colorless plastid with no pigment. The cell, it stores the starch. Potato cells have many leucoplasts in them. Chromoplast. Chromo means color. It has variously colored plastids: yellow, orange and red. They are mainly found in the petals of the flowers and the fruits. The coloring substances, that is the coloring pigments associated with this chromoplast are xanthophyll, yellow, and carotene, orange, red. There are some coloring pigments like blue, purple and violet, which are not associated with chromoplast, but they dissolve in the cell sap and impart the color to the cell. Such pigments we call it as anthocyanins. Chloroplast. Chloroplast. Chloro means green. These are green colored plastids. They contain a pigment called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is abundant in the parts which are exposed to light, that is the leaves. Leaves contain chlorophyll, green colored pigment. This chlorophyll traps the solar energy and carbon dioxide from air and is used to produce the starch, sugar during the process of photosynthesis. Chlorophyll contains DNA, hence it has a capacity to divide. The non-living parts in the cytoplasm, granules and vacuoles. Granules, these are the small particles present in the cytoplasm that contain some food materials like starch, glycogen and fats. Vacuoles. Vacuoles are the clear spaces in the cytoplasm that is filled with water or substances in solution. In a plant cell, the vacuoles are quite large and the liquid in that vacuole is called as a cell sap. In an animal cell, the vacuoles are smaller in size and fewer in number. Till now, we discussed about the cell wall, cell membrane and cell organelles in the cytoplasm. Now we are moving to the nucleus, the important part of the cell. Nucleus. It controls and regulates various functions of the cell, just as a brain do for us. It participates in the cell division. Nucleus is spherical, dense, round body that is generally located at the center of the cell. Nucleus is surrounded by a delicate nuclear membrane and also have a relative dense nucleoplasm. Nucleoplasm consists of chromatin fibers. During the cell division, these chromatin fibers become thick ribbon-like and are called as chromosomes. The number of chromosomes is definite. That is, every human body has 46 chromosomes, that is 23 pairs. Each nucleus consists of at least one nucleolus. Some cells have more than one nucleolus. These nucleoli helps in the synthesis of proteins. Chromosomes carry hereditary characters from parents to the offsprings by the union of egg of the female and sperm of the male. Chromosomes are made up of chromatin, that is the hereditary units which we called it as genes. Genes consist of a chemical composition called DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. Genes, but not the chromosomes, gives the special characteristic to the cell or the species. Like lion, tiger, house cat, all these three have 38 chromosomes, but they look different. That is, the genes present on the chromosomes make them look different and give their special characteristics. Prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Prokaryotic, the cells which doesn't contain the nuclear membrane. Pro means primitive, karyon means nucleus. Smaller ribosomes are present in prokaryotic cells. and no other cell organelles are present, like bacteria. Eukaryotic cells, double nuclear membrane is present. U means true, karyon means nucleus. Larger ribosomes are present, and many cell organelles like mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, chloroplasts are present. So far, we discussed about the cell membrane, cell wall, cell organelles in the cytoplasm, and about the nucleus. Of course, the prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Hope you all understood this session. Please do like, share, comment and subscribe my channel. Thank you.